Can you upgrade your brain to make more money? The answer is yes. When it comes to money, it can help to understand that your subconscious is not going to allow you to be or have something that you dislike or that you don't think is good. And so your subconscious can actually be blocking you when it comes to making money. So for example, if we've got a subconscious belief of money is the root of all evil, or money doesn't grow on trees, or rich people aren't very nice people, then that subconscious belief is going to stop you from making the money that you want. So what I'm going to take you through is a process that's going to help you to upgrade your mind and to make sure that you do start to make the money that you want, and to make sure that nothing's going to block you when you set out to achieve that. So the first thing to take care of is to get really, really clear about what that money goal is. So I find it really useful to get my journal open for this one and to start to work through it. So I'm going to take you through 4 points, and it's really nice to really work through it. So you might want to pause the video, grab your journal, or you may want to watch it through once and then come back and follow the exercises. So the first one is to, as I said, get really clear about what that financial goal is. And let me tell you, my friends, this is the one that people struggle with the most, okay? Now, what happens is people are like, I don't know. Now, I work on this a lot with my clients. So I say to them, okay, when I take an inquiry from someone who wants to get published or wants to be a creative entrepreneur, I'll say to them, what do you want to be earning every month? Or what do you want to be earning every week? Or what do you want to be earning every year? The answer that I hear more than any other answer is, I don't know. And then we wonder why we're not making the money that we want, because there's no clear instruction. So I want for you to understand, if you don't know the answer, if you don't have a specific answer, you're not going to be able to achieve that goal. So this is the first way that we need to upgrade our mind, to upgrade into that place of clarity. Now, it's not easy. I remember when I first started working with a business coach, I really started to sweat when he asked me how much I wanted to be earning. And even though I was thinking of numbers in my mind, because he was really forcing me, he's like, listen, until there's a number, then there's no goal, and then we don't know what we're working towards. So I was like, 2,000 a month, that kind of feels realistic, but I wanted it to be more. I was like 4,000, but then I was like, is that too greedy? I just don't feel like that's possible. So I was really umming and ahhing and swinging between all of these numbers. And he could see that I was really struggling. And so he helped me to find that number and to put it down on the page. So when I first started working with him, I eventually chose a number of 4,000 a month. And honestly, it felt miles away. Let me tell you, that was less than 2 years ago. And I've more than doubled that in a month. So the highest earning month I've had through my business as being a writer and a creative entrepreneur, the highest month I've had is 10,000. And I'm not telling you this number to brag. I'm not telling you this number to make you jealous. I'm telling you this number so that I can be really clear and upfront about what it took to get there. So I had that 2,000, but I felt like I was really selling myself short, and I went to the 4, and in doing that, I had to start to upgrade the way I thought about money and the way that I felt about money. There's no way that I could have got to a 10,000 month if I hadn't made that journey. And so eventually that 4 did change to a 10, because I started to think, hang on a second, if I've made 2,000, I've now made 4,000, and I've now made 5,000, what if I put that number up? But until I had that goal, I had nothing to reach for. So the first thing is get a number down, whether it's an amount that you want to earn every week, every month, or every year. Don't worry if at this stage you don't know how that's going to happen. We'll come to that in a moment. Okay, so we've got the number written down. Now, the second thing to do is to feel it and see it. Okay, now what do I mean by that? Now, say if we take me back to my example, when I eventually wrote that £4,000 down, I was feeling, oh my God, not in a million years. And I had no idea how that money was going to come to me. So again, it's not going to happen. Like I said, the subconscious is going to actively block something that it doesn't like or that it fears. So if I've got this amount of 4,000, but I'm not feeling great about it, the subconscious is going to be like, oh, that's bad. We better block that. She doesn't feel good about that. That's not something that we want in our life. So we've got to feel good about it to send the message to our mind, this is something that we want. This is something that I want to attract into my life. So the feeling it is to understand exactly what feeling you would have when that money is in your life. So it might be a feeling of deep gratitude. Oh my gosh, I feel so thankful to have been able to create this amount of money in my life. Maybe excitement. Oh my God, like I'm so excited. This money gives me so many opportunities. It may be a feeling of deep love, like I've got such deep love for myself for being able to create this income. So again, use your journal on how you would feel, and then start to really focus on exactly that one emotion that feels like at the center, and then seeing it. So it might be that you see a check arriving in the mail, or you might imagine a hand handing over a check, or you might imagine opening up your online banking and seeing a deposit having been made. So when you see it, you're seeing it's coming into your life. You might see a happy client. It might be that you're a consultant or a coach or offering services. So you might see a happy client signing a contract and then making a bank transfer. It might be that you see something show up in your PayPal account. So however you imagine seeing it, I want for you to firstly journal on how you see it coming into your life. Again, don't worry about okay, this is exactly what I've done to receive the money, but you're simply seeing that money being received. So whether it's a bank transfer, whether it's a contract, whether it's PayPal, whether it's a check, you're seeing that money coming in. And so you're feeling it and you're seeing it. So that's that second point. Now the third one, which I think is one of the most important ones. And for me, because I work with a lot of artists, a lot of writers who at first say things like money's not important to me. And I get that. When we're creative people, we've got values that don't necessarily revolve around money. We've got values of freedom. We've got values of the pursuit of creativity. So this third one I think is really important, which is to get clear about the impact. So if we go back to my £4,000, I got really clear about the impact that that would have on my life, knowing that that was coming into my bank account every day. So it made me realise there are causes that I've always wanted to support, that I knew that I would be able to support. There are things that I've always wanted to do, like training, that's going to help me and advance my career, and it's going to help me be a better coach. It's going to help me be a better practitioner. So I was like, wow, that's going to mean that I can do all sorts of really awesome training that's going to help my community. I have an online program that I run for writers and creative entrepreneurs. So it meant, okay, well, if I know that I can guarantee that that income is coming in, I'm going to be able to get loads of really exciting guest speakers onto my program. So I now have agents who come as guest speakers. I now have other businessmen and women. So the clients who are adding to this income that I'm receiving, they're essentially paying for these wonderful guest speakers to come and speak on my course. So getting very clear about the impact, again, it helps you understand that bigger picture. And it isn't simply about, oh, like I've just made all of this money, great, I'm going to sit on this money and I'm just going to spend it all on myself. I love being generous. I love buying people gifts. I love taking people on experiences. So again, I knew that when I could rely on that income, it meant that I could rely on being generous with my friends and with my family. So that third point, again, open up the journal and get really clear. What's the impact that having this amount of money is going to enable you to have? And what impact will this money have on your life? Now, all of these ones so far are enabling you to start living and experiencing as if it's really happening. And so what this is doing is it is essentially upgrading your brain, because you're living within your brain as if you're making this money, you're feeling it, you're seeing it, you're getting clear about how you might be spending that money once it comes in, causes and charities and gifts. And so all of this does is activating the brain in a very different way. It's specifically activating the left prefrontal cortex, which is known as the Einstein brain or the genius brain. And this is the part of the brain that is going to figure out the how. So remember I said don't worry about the how. So when you do those first 3 steps, you've upgraded your brain and then it will take care of the how. But that's why it's so important to do those first 3. So you've got clarity of the amount, you're feeling it and you're seeing it and you're absolutely clear about the impact. All of that activates this left prefrontal cortex, and that Einstein part of your brain is going to figure out the how. Suddenly you're going to find you're getting ideas. Suddenly you find you're seeing opportunities that you hadn't seen before. You're getting inspiration. Things are happening in a way that they weren't before. And so it's a beautiful organic process. The upgrading of the mind is really going to play into that. It's going to help you figure it all out. And then the final component, also really, really important, each day in your journal or in your notebook, you're going to ask yourself, what can I do today that's going to make earning that amount of money a reality? And here's where we start to take powerful action. So it might be that today, sending an email is going to be the most powerful thing that you can do. It might be that today, doing a piece of research is going to be the most powerful thing that you can do. But each day, you're making sure that you're taking at least one action that is going to make earning that money a reality. And then you start to take action every day. And again, you're upgrading your brain. You start to see yourself as the kind of person who takes action to earn the kind of money that you want to earn. And that's how you make it happen. So there we go, my friends, a 4-step process that is going to help you to upgrade your brain to earn the money that you want. If you like this idea of being able to create and live and earn just the way that you want, you're really going to enjoy my free masterclass. It's a 45-minute session and it's going to take you through some key principles that will enable you to learn how to create what you want to create, and in order enable you to earn and live, create that income, have that impact, so that you really get to be the fulfilled, successful creative that you dream of being. I will pop a link to that free masterclass below. Head over to the landing page, fill in your details, and we will send you the free video, which you can watch in your own time. Really hope you enjoyed the content today. Keep striving for your dreams. You absolutely deserve to create, live, and earn just the way that you want. See you next time.